All right, let's get. All right, let's get this MSQ going. Volume up a little bit. There. Better? Nope. How about now? There we go. Better? Yeah. A little curious as to. That up. What happened? Wait. No. Apparently, we need. Had sound? What the fuck's going on now? Properties. That's right. Okay. Delete. Delete now. Properties. Why? Had this working before. What the hell? Why? We got no sound. What the fuck? Yeah? That should be it. And it's not. What the fuck's going on? Oh. Multi output device. Maybe? I should not have to give a permission every time. What? Nope. How about now? I don't know what the hell's going on. I hear nothing. Oh. Streaming is fun. Yes. Because why would everything go correctly after you had it going correctly? There's an answer sharp right there. Really? 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 Answer sharp. When you take the long way to go to short way. The fuck? Our comrade, do you think he may have been struck down? If he is wounded or worse, should I go get him? Or go to him? Wait, please, it isn't safe for you. Still need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? We will tend to your friend. I thank you. Please be careful yourself. Isadora is going to be alright then. I'm so glad. I'm just finishing my mini stations here. Our Oblivion command comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul, he gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. The sentry was behaving normal like any other, then all of a sudden it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, clicks command them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as Yahweh sent word. I'm sorry, but time we arrived, it was already too late. And Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have the radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Something happened. And doesn't matter if it's on Black Hole or 18920, or actually 18920 does that, so Black Hole or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Security preferences?
Huh?
The security preferences. That's how we fixed it last time.
I just gotta give it permission every time?
You shouldn't have to, but no, it was under security. Down. There's something about sound or screen. Screen isn't. Oh, there you go. Oh, I got a phone. Oh no, okay.
Looking for Black Hole.
Oh.
But seeing how it's in alphabetical order. Oh.
Under utilities and stuff.
That was further voice memos, voice recorder, remover, fantasy online.
No, it was under utilities in the folder of utilities.
What folder utilities?
All the way to the bottom. No, well, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom of that.
There's only 4. Nope.
Okay. The only other thing I can think of is it didn't show that one in the same spot under security. As OBS. OBS had under sounds only also? Or,
No. What, in securities?
yeah, where you just were. the screen. There. Up.
This?
See how on the bottom OBS is there, but the other one isn't? No. Because if you quit it, you're gonna quit what you're on.
Oh well. Something to fuck with tomorrow, I guess. Really should not be there, but okay. And sound is where? Multi-output device. That should be fine. Should just be screen capture. I don't fucking know. I agree, since most Bolivian members have sworn off regulators, if her theory holds true, then they should come, then they could be prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can, shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the centuries at all costs. Our thanks here. Take these communicators. We've made modifications to them to prevent Skelix from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Miyakawi has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck, stay safe. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding areas, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Run, 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 run. Surveilling. No sign of him. Geo, answer me. No response. No signs.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Oh, I hope you guys can hear this.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please.
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive. Thank the gods. Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it.
Wow.
Dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Shit.
No, out of bullets.
You can't be here! You need to run, now! A trap!
Yeah, trap. Oh, 4-on-1. Nail robots. That's no good.
Take care of the others, eh?
Well, shit. Like he said. Eh? Aw, missed that.
Geode?
shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Alex, what could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you require it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the source at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
You'd only seek other victims.
It was foolish of me to even ask. I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
I hope you guys can hear this. This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul still left behind was this twisted way of returning Geode to us. Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say that even death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection stolen Aether allows for many more Endless, why that too could be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Yeah, well, not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well there's not noble in this sacrifice. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under the circumstances, can we let the key fall into his possession, Corey? Hell no. This falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents in reflections elsewhere. Yes. Compete! Yay! We should return to the backwoods. Shale and the others need to know what's happened. Yes, I'll ask Huyakui to meet us there as well. Are we running or are we just popping back in? Save us the run. Ow. Yep. Save us the run. She's not so happy.
Our dear Geode. The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them. This isn't your fault, Goluja. The blame lies with Calix, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calix for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid. Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calix is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
Why? Oh, Pixie. Hello. Now further. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an old brother of nostalgias and me. Shale knew him longer, Shale knew him longer though, and surely taking it the hardest, and that's on top of what's happened to Cholula. You think we could check on her and see if see how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the future of Calyx, press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. Is there anything I can do? You can help yourself. You can't help yourself, can you? Still, I appreciate the concern. Chula was... Kusila, he used to say the best thing to do was with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. Right then, let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. Wow, that was quick. Hey, free ports. I'll take it. It's a far trek on foot. I've arranged for a couple of air wheelers. They've had their communications modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. I gotta get some money up and get one of them. Ready, we'll be flying close to the pylon, so follow my lead. Autopilot. Sometimes Geode would come along too. Apparently they used to fly around together. They often talk about how one day Phew, that helped clear my head a touch. You know, Corey, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, The memories from the regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully there's a way to clear the past today. Ooh, hard to see this. Aw, what do we got? Ah, boomba. Thanks. You can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slows you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and the surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we? Back to autopilot? No autopilot? Something pilot? Hidden room.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass? What are the two of you doing here? I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us? I suppose I could spare a moment.
Mic swap.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. It was Kafkiwa who revived our organization.
Hey, Dixie, come on, down. Down, thank you.
You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing. before the Reformation when I met you. I still wore the regulator then. You recently lost someone close to me. And also quite a long stint as an adaptant to work at a bar of all places. They paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. One of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our crops. I think we're both just frustrated and angry at
What the fuck?
everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. A pair of drunken fools. Then this old machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
God damn it.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The old machine, that was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behaviour, she hopped into a cricket pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier. And learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
Damn it.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business. The back room. The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion.
loss and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together and carried onward by Shale and Geode. We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I could see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
I appreciate you helping me through this. And not only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels the determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. This time I went back and located Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind. It remains to be seen if we will aid it. But it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kral for help. I wasn't to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the two breakaways from preservation and established an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Corey? Corey, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. Sphene. It's been making the rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is miss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perceptive would be most appreciated. It can wait until you've finished attending the Shale, of course. Their English sucks. It seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. Corey, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, it would benefit from your world experience. Perhaps it's my imagination, but townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Thought I'd hope to be proven wrong. I fear something is not right here. You're not wearing a regulator. Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me, I got myself one of those new regulators and registered it a little while ago. As soon as I did, the display appeared showing a number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit is 5,000, wasn't it? It seems total spots upright after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Oh, God. Oh, that's no good. Oh, please tell me you brought me more Neo regulators officially. They've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors that there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some, or perhaps Queen's Fiend. I may not look it, but I was a hunter once back then. I hardly gave death a second thought, but now I know the truth. It's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Oh, Jeebus. Greetings. I remember when you visited with Queen's Fiend. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor of neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on, and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. So what do you think? Was I right to worry? Their fear is palpable. Yes, this is exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Alize, Corey, come to resolution. We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamate and Alfino. Ah, Jeebus. Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. Should we go? Or we should go? Dyslexia, yay.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Death is your constant companion. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Your bodies are weak, your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wanted to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Val Wooklamart! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landstar are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulisola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Calyx has access to the core systems, which means that if he chooses to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live without death, live with death, and decide to leave the dome behind, it will not be beyond his reach. Yet if it serves to ally with fear, even a little, I beg you, Wuk-Lamat, please let them shelter in Tuliyollal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations and will be able to pick up pace once the Landsguard arrive. In which case, we have the best spread out to keep... That ain't helping. In which case, we best spread out and keep an eye on crowds. The mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue some kind of soon. He can't elude us forever. Violence and fear is not the fortune this is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Tuliyollal will gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of the bright heaven and peace of laughter? Wuk-Lamat. I wouldn't stand here and let her legacy be soiled any further. I will protect Alexandria. That is the promise I made to her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt that the people's joy is our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take my arms and keep safe, and made me afraid. I needed someone who shared the love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simply that maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future. I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found friends and you needed. I would be yours as well, Sphene. Whenever you fall a struggle to raise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. This is how we protect things we love. This is how we will protect Alexandria. You're right, you're right. Don't forget about me. How could we? We'd not be where we are without you. Right? We got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? There you all are. Cool job. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd missed you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news, Curry. We finally found a chink in Calyx's armor. We discovered laboratories in Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Plate Complex 1029 it's called, and it's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is Calyx's to hide as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you all for the hard work. This is a huge step forward. Hey, and up. We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. This is a pain in the ass. Preservation laboratories. I shudder to think at what they were researching, but this is no time to be squeamish. Ready to head up? Next stop, the 10th level.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit. You got the lights working!
the air is. This room.
Whoops.
It was thanks to Kral and Galuja that we managed to locate this place. You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
Oh, not game. No.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. Probably still be at it if Galuja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working, not even once.
You're a treasure, Shale.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
We are more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder,
Won't he realize we've found this place?
it's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. And I've learned of a certain device. I should help us do just that. I'll explain how we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, as for that might be, yes, this map matches that my data. The room we're in is the researcher's common, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is in northeast of here. So we should cut across the circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yeah. Yeah, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key to approach clearance to open, and judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some sort. Can't you, work something electro-magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. This may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone's left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it doesn't seem like they abandoned it in some It does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. It shouldn't be surprising if we found one. Very well, let's go searching, shall we? Yeehaw! I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. Oh, this is irritating. Can we find a card? Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. Scanning device, card-shaped object. You're looking for similar size and scanner panel. Yeah, we'll just do. Hold the card, the object, to the scanner, and voila! You did it! No! And a good thing too, I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I'm curious though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by Director Dermatis, or so the terminal there told me. Perhaps there were more answers to be had once we venture further inside. And let's continue onward. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. You hold level 1 security card up and the scanner begins to disapproval. No good, maybe we need a different card. Yes, the scanner is determined a level 3 security clearance to open that lock. As much as the delay chafes me, we'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble across the card we need. Let's start our search in the proto lab. That door is already open at least. We will find a way through together. Shale, I'm sure of it. Oh, I know why this other microphone ain't working right. Interesting. I turn this way down, or turn this down. Actually, bring that down. No, yeah, bring that down. Bring that up. Burp. This way is the way this room is set up. The canister inserted into the large device looks like a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted the experiments to create the Endless? Always sucks when a device is what's screwing you up. But you could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Gulja mentioned a locker over in the corner that couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. Locker is shut tight, but a number of pads suggest input correct combinations will open it. Uncover potential combinations. Protect. Speaking with your comrades may help. Ha! 5 digits. Press confirm key. Could this be the right combination? Incorrect. Where is everybody? Mark down Kalis and I'm itching to put hands on him. Note here is about research. Let's take a look. Experiment 148, candidate 201930. Oh, I need a pen. Napkin is not gonna work. Come on, I need paper. I can't remember numbers. Is this... How is this? Maximum value of 11509. Experiment 9. Oh, is that what the hell is that? 9834. 834. Maybe it'll make sense later. Oh, you suck. What'd you find, kiddo? Database table journal. I'll read it to you. Experiment 158. Shows marked improvement in aether extracting rates. At least we have achieved target value set by Master Calyx. They'll become endless per hour. In Sedence Protocol, I will preserve this historic number along with a few remaining effects. Preserve the number. What number? What you got, Kyle? Machine send souls and machine holds souls. I am reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. One, 5, 0, 9. Ooh! Hey, a card! Level 2. Write it down. Corey, you got the locker open. And you found another security card. Oh, but does it say level 2? We need level 3, didn't we? But we should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Corey. And preservation members lead such surprising normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards, I guess I imagine they'd be more, what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of the preservation, if you'll recall. I would seem to research who agreed with Calyx and his philosophy underwent conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not or would not eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tables. The one I read doesn't explain much, but somehow something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You could tell how much they admired Calyx for his work. The entry ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablets there. Right, let's move and investigate another room. Well, we'll have to in maintenance. We'll have the Ultra Lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southern corridor. So it's back to the hub and a locked door across the way, which will hopefully yield a new security card. I'll take the old one if you'd like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. Really? Yep, it opened. Who should go first? Let's start with the lab. Still, it doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible that the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see how getting power restored to the lab, shall we? Engaging power supply. No good. It returned an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to the error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. Shale, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? And by the looks of it, same model as the ones used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the labs? I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall directly to the lab. Which means we need a way to connect the generator to the cable. Plug it in, plug it in. What are these patterns on the floor? Could this be a circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have a right of it. Using the control panel, set each of the tiles. We create an unbroken path for the power to flow. That wouldn't give an instruction manual. Indeed. If you could look around at any written procedure, I'll keep digging through the terminal directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it. I used a type of machinery before. Then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Corey? The rest of us can help supply Corey with whatever information might be found on circuitry configuration. I'm pretty good electronics guru. We'll see if we can figure this out without. Arrange 4 patterns correctly. Access the control panel and configure the circuitry. Circle first. Record remains unchanged. Pattern you selected must. You must arrange a 4-tile pattern. Access. What control pattern? Not a control panel. Control panel! Hey now. That one's got 3. Access to control panel. What control panel? Oh. That's not right. Oh. Oh. Okay. So we want this one here. Oh, that gets triangle. Okay, that goes there. That goes. Diamond. Bing. It worked. We did it. The lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Sheila, could we access a certain dialogue before moving on? Data log. I was checking on storage shelves and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the early days is the title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Preservation, Alexandrian Institute for Technology Development was founded by Calyx, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval of establishing the organization came through Alexandria's involvement in Storm Surge, and Calyx designed a new defense solution funded in a large party by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calyx funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into the field continued even after the Storm Surge came into an end, and Calyx eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a vital domain. So this count is from before the embrace of his endless existence hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was in the region king of Alexandria. Calyx could not have been more than 10 years of age and required consistent treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still his published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will being behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposal for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought to death both of my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by the sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports of endless research and other less urgent matters. So we had no way of knowing what kind of person Calyx was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps it was even before the type of value ideals over compassion I failed to see at this time. Or perhaps he did change and still driven by the same deeply held beliefs. Mortality is cruel and unjust, and this road is to deliver mankind from its fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? Let's go! If I've done my job correctly, the door to the lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure. Everybody leaving us behind. Why didn't you open the door? Energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. A security card, if you please. Oh, and quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Yeah, you can do that one. We'll watch. All right, let's get the door open. Phew, smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. Gods above, isn't that? What is that? Oh, the goblet. The key thingamabobble. The key to interdimensional fusion. That looks like a schematic on the monitor. And they used to make another key, but isn't it missing a shard inside like the one from one Corey has? Ah, I may have been laboring under the misconception. The key was the originally Amelia relic. Once this treasure came into the possession, reservations began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that the vessel components were constructed here. So what might that tell us? The crystal is the key. Or I'm a dummy. That'd be a logical conclusion. We need to stop hitting that button. Yes, it is as my parents explained. Key remained shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, but never grasped the technology underlying principle. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion, not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, not why. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I'll have to enlist Yustola assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about the great many things, but pinning down Calyx whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there is a security card here that grants access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is not good to us. Nothing. Did you find anything? Nope. Hey. Oh, you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shayla examine it to be sure. Oh, exactly what we needed. Nice work. Oh, level 3, that should get us into the office. So what was it you were hoping to find in there again, Shell? You were saying that a certain device was going to help us? Right. I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensible abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to the outside network. When I traced the data routing, I confirmed traffic from the web of Everkeep security cameras. Considering that the way Calyx was one step ahead of us, we must assume that he quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities. To monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. Well, shit. Since Calyx is ultimate recipient for those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that can flow back to him. which is why I need a data relay. If we can analyze the device, we can see where it's rerouting all the surveillance traffic. Then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. Yes. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be on entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said that he was measuring Corey's strength. What can he possibly dream up that is stronger than her? Lots of stuff. Okay, speaking of cameras, there's another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recently recorded was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data though, if you'd like to see it. Yes. I'll start the show then.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life has begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calyx's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. I cannot. He and I are too different. In too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Well, that's shitty. She only wanted to leave, and he executed her. Check the images against the personnel data. The man who pulled the trigger was the director himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to the deep institution with Master Calyx. The camera in this room has been out of operations ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume that he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. And I suppose giving how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal even as preservation agents closed in on them. I dare not ask what became of them after that, but it turns out they were captured by their pursuers. They did not regret their actions. Right, the Echo, knowing you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort. Oh, Kyle. Worry not, Sphene. Thanks to the heaven of living memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. That is enough to me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and preservation. But what we do know is that your mother and father clearly expunged every last trace of their movements. Made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right, let's press on, shall we? This table behind the key deserves a this tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office. And they left us behind again. Assholes! Oh, just push the button, I'll catch up. Really? Here we go, let's head inside. Or come with me, I might have need for that security card. Damn, this terminal isn't connected with any outside network, so I can't be the data relay I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggests. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Door. Sorry, Corey. I could ask you and the others to search the office for any clues to this infuriating puzzle. Nope. Nope. Oh. Scrap papers. Secure room. Lift access. Requires password to be input. Simultaneous terminals in the ProLab and the director's office. Oh god. Perhaps this discovery would be interested to Shale. Collection cells. Amongst personal effects you find What is presumably the director's data tablet. Closet locker stands next to the table. Search the locker. Door is locked. Oh, no, oh boy. Oh, he was a fanboy. Contains nothing to know. You really shut the locker door. Yeah. Examine the tablet. Shut down protocol. Daily reports. Found something? Thank you. Misplaced note, was it? With instructions to access the security room, no less. Seems we need to enter a password from 3 different terminals at the same time. There's no such room marked on the map, was there? No. Precautionary measure, no doubt. And if password is involved, I expect the access lift itself is concealed too. Concealed by Electrup, you mean? Ah, could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past. Remember what Cthulhu used to say? Never trust an Electrup surface. He's not what it always appears. Oh, of course, Electrup is how you alter the look of all of Solution 9's floors and walls, isn't it? In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. Bloop! Ah, another door. And deactivate the projection but the lock is another story. There's a note lay out the password protocol, I have to say. Try it. I agree. 2 people should prepare terminal labs and input while the rest of us look for a password here in the office. I'll take the Pro Lab. I'll take the other lab. Actually, I might be better off if you stayed. Svi, your knowledge of Alexandria and the people could be needed here. You're right, and if the password is hiding behind clues, that may be something I can help with. I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria after all. I'll take the other lab duty, then we can keep in touch via communicators to match our timing. Corey, you shall have the honor of entering the office password. Once we've determined what we need to input, take your place at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide Wuklamot and Kral through the process. You know, there was that display place over there. The one with the gems. I thought since it was made of Electro, it might have some other purpose. But I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out. Oh, it's missing a square one. Empty slot. We need to find a square jewel. Open that locker again. Nothing. But not yet discovered enough clues. Gem is a sapphire, the red gem is a garnet. Here to be an empty slot. Nothing there. Oh shit, I'm getting tired. We will continue this on tomorrow. Hopefully I can get the sound working correctly. Back to the FC. Oh, it's time for TP. I put my little benchy up. I'm going CP. We're going butts up. Nope, that's not butts up. Butts up. We will see you guys tomorrow. Check out the channel and the videos. Comment on the videos. Like the videos. Really appreciate everybody hanging out. We'll talk to you guys later. And we'll be continuing on the MSQ. Hopefully I get the OBS squared away and get the volume where it needs to be, because this is annoying as hell.